bringing you the weather. And let me tell you, I'm happy to say there's nothing but blue skies coming your way. There's nothing but blue skies coming your way. I'm happy to say there's nothing but blue skies coming your way. Blue skies coming your way. Blue skies coming your way. This is weather. Weather. This is weather. Weather. This is weather. Weather. This is weather. Weather. This is Dick Whitman bringing you the weather.
Always stacking bread. Always stacking bread. Always stacking bread. Always stacking bread.
This is Dick Whitman bringing you the weather. This is Dick Whitman bringing you the weather. And let me tell you, I'm happy to say there's nothing but blue skies coming your way. Blue skies. Blue skies coming your way. Coming your way. Blue skies coming your way. Coming your way.
It is Saturday, February 1st, and you are watching another episode of You Don't Watch Sports right here on the Feo Grande YouTube Network. I am Bill Smith, and I am joined as always by the man, the myth, the legend, Feo Grande himself. Oh, Mari, Ellis Omari. How was your sports week, good sir?
And, it's a sports week. It's cool. Looking forward to next week, obviously, but we're also looking forward to tonight. We'll get into it. Things have been fun already because,
Absolutely.
that time of
It is
year.
Wrapping up on the NFL season, Omari. We had the championship games last week. Let's cover them and then talk about the big game next week.
Yeah, so last week, we had the Chiefs out footballing the Bills 32-29, playing as strong as ever. You know how it is. Mistake-free. Disciplined football. Exactly. They went out there. Bills had some bad choices late in the game. Penalties. Gotta be more disciplined, guys. Anyway, Chiefs win 32-29. Meanwhile, the Eagles destroy the Commies 55-23. To be fair, like I said, the Bills game, Allen and Mahomes comparable stats. Like an Allen, 232 yards.
Chiefs game from last week,
Right.
Or from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, like I said, it was very close.
Many a diehard Bills fan admit that this isn't one of those Chiefs, NFL forcing the Chiefs into the Super Bowl. Like, I've seen many of Bills fans admit,
Yeah,
Chiefs were the better team that day.
they always have been. Always have been. Josh Allen, 237 yards, 2 touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes, 245 yards, 1 touchdown. But, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, Chiefs win that. Eagles 55-23 over the Commanders. That's like a Chiefs-Texans game, but just dominance. But yeah, Jalen Hurts had a touchdown. Saquon went off for 3 of them. Jaden Daniels, you know, it's your first year and you made it here. We'll see you a bit more, you know, when the time to come. Congratulations, but, you know, you play for the Commanders. They don't really do much. That prediction from 15 years ago of in the year 2025, it'll be the Bills versus the Commanders' old name. That's how I knew you were wrong. You didn't call them the Commanders. And there you have it. Neither team's making it to the Super Bowl. Right? Now neither team made it to the Super Bowl. But as you predicted from like 3 weeks ago, Eagles Chiefs Super Bowl time.
As I
How you
3
feeling?
weeks ago, like my third version of my predictions. I mean, I think it's going to be a great game, and as the casual of a fan, I want the big games to have the most pomp. I believe I talked about this the same last year. I want the big games to have as much pomp and circumstance as possible. Give me the biggest celebrity players. Give me the biggest celebrity storylines. Taylor Swift. Give me the Saquon Barkley story that is this season. Philly is kind of having a moment as a city with everything collected, like even I don't know, maybe it's just me and the TV comedy that I watch. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is still going strong, and you have Abbott Elementary, which is popular and winning a lot of awards. They also recently had a crossover event. I don't know. I feel like Philadelphia is just always in the ether. So yeah, this is now two of the biggest teams in the NFL. And they clash again in the Super Bowl. The only thing missing is Kelsey Bowl round 3. This would have been.
Yeah, this would have been Kelsey Bowl round 3. Damn, really?
Because wasn't it Kelsey Bowl round 2 last year?
I don't think so. I don't think the Eagles have lost to the Chiefs twice already in the Super Bowl.
Okay. The casuals, somebody
they might have had a Kelsey Bowl mid-season or something, but as far as Super Bowl, it might have been like one of those rare brother Super Bowl things. It might have been like the second time brothers went head-to-head in a Super Bowl type deal. But yeah, absolutely. Either way,
Right, so let's talk about it, Omar. Super Bowl.
Chiefs.
Is that head? Is that heart? Or is that both?
A little of both. Was born in Kansas City, am from Missouri. I do have a slightly antagonistic view toward the Chiefs just because of friends and stuff that I have as well.
Yeah, your problem with authority.
It's not a problem with authority
in sports.
No, I have
like dynasties. You don't like domination.
No, I do like domination in sports. That's the crazy part. It's the fact that I have friends that are fans of another team that gets brought up every time the Chiefs have success, even though you could bring up all 31 other teams or at least 10 other teams that also passed them up. And so every time the Chiefs win, you know, I got to hear more about how bad the other team is and all of that. And so it's less of a good mood when the Chiefs have success from the aftermath.
Okay.
And so that's why I say I have a slightly antagonistic view. I don't hate the Chiefs. I don't really hate Patrick Mahomes. And I'd say that they're winning this year because as much as I joke around about the mistake-free, highly disciplined football, they do not play more disciplined than in the Super Bowl. They could have, you could joke around about all the refs, give them all the penalties. Last season, led the league in holding penalties. Super Bowl, not a damn one. The Chiefs, when it's time to be clutch, they clutch it up. They play their mistake-free, highly disciplined football. Actually, it was last Super Bowl that made me start saying that.
Yeah, they don't shrink in the bright lights.
Right.
there a lot. I've seen a lot of players talk about how weird playing in the Super Bowl is,
Mm-hmm.
how different it is from playing in any other game you will play football ever in your life.
Yeah.
And there are plenty of people on that team that have done this plenty of times at this point.
Yep.
And so yeah, they are unflappable. In Even if they're playing bad for 65% of the game, like don't you can't count that team out. You can't count Patrick Mahomes out. I saw somebody talk about how it's people just need to come to terms with it. Patrick Mahomes is the main character of the NFL. Like if you want to look at it from like a storyline perspective, not to not to not to not to add to the NFL scripted thing, but like he's the main character of the NFL. He's like there are what did I saw somebody else comment on? There are four major trophies in the NFL: conference, Super Bowl, MVP, NFL MVP. And he named off like Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, somebody else, Patrick Mahomes. And it was like total awards 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 13. It's just a different thing. Like he is this generation's another class above.
Yeah. Someone brought it up the other day, like, speaking of people making fun of the Bears, it's the Bears. People making fun of the Bears for not drafting Mahomes. Someone brought up the point that it was either the team that the Chiefs traded with to get the spot. They didn't trade the Bears for that spot. They traded the Buffalo Bills. And since then have always lost to the Chiefs in the playoffs. But we don't give the Bills shit for trading Patrick Mahomes to the Chiefs.
As a human, I do want to say my heart does break for Josh Allen. Like for just like for just this is where you are, bro. Like you're super fucking talented and you're always going to wear the silver medal as far as your career has gone so far.
And I dare say
it could still change. It could still change, but so far you have just had this crushing career of like constant silver medals.
I dare say if the teams were reversed, the roles would be as well. I'm going to go ahead and say that. Because football, as much as we like to try to pretend it's an individual sport, it's a team sport, okay?
I mean, yeah, and you can't discount Andy Reid.
Yeah.
I mean, but before Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid would have been named one of the top 5 coaches working in that moment. And then he got Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, who may end his career as top 3, if not top 1.
They had a young Tyreek Hill.
It's that's like you can't discount all of those things. So yeah, I wouldn't disagree with you at all if roles were reversed. Speaking of, let's move into our NFL awards. Those should be coming out very soon. It should be revealed. Now we're talking about regular season here. We're not talking about in the playoffs. Omari, MVP. Well, who you think? I'd like to do this where like we'll give an award, and I'd like you to throw your gut out there, and then I'll let you know what Vegas is saying.
All right, you mentioned Hart and Head before. Hart, I want to say Saquon. Head, I'm going to go ahead with MV3, Lamar Jackson.
Okay. Lamar and Josh Allen are sitting there right at the top of the platform. You got Josh Allen at minus 300 for the top of the pile, and then Lamar Jackson at plus 240, and then you have Saquon pretty far back at third place with plus 1800, and that's just because this is a quarterback award.
Yeah, it shouldn't be,
quarterback award.
but it is.
Yeah, I mean, you can make. Well, it shouldn't be. I do kind of agree, but I could also understand with the argument of like they touch the ball every single play in a meaningful factor. Like
Yeah.
obviously the center also touches the ball.
Yeah,
but
but it's not called the best quarterback award.
that's true. That's true. It
That's
just
the
kind
only
of-
reason I'm saying it shouldn't
it's
be.
just kind of what it's evolved into, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's go with so offensive player of the year award, which has kind of become the not quarterback.
Yeah, most valuable non-quarterback, and that's why I'm saying Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, this one I feel like is an auto. It is Saquon's award. He's at a minus 5,000 betting odds. Second place is Derrick Henry at plus 2,000. So that's the gap there for
Yeah,
offensive player.
yeah, Derrick. Shout outs to Derrick Henry. He also helped turn that Ravens team around this year.
Categories that start to get a little tough because just like less name recognition here. Best defensive player of the year.
Oh, dude on the Lions got injured, so it's not him. Aaron Donald's out. Miles Garrett, is he high up there?
Miles Garrett,
Or is it TJ? It's either Miles or TJ.
Yeah, I feel like I gave you a hint. I tried to give you a hint with the name recognition thing.
Oh.
TJ Watt is number one on the list, but it's a pretty tight heat between
TJ Watt. He fucked up Cam's shoulder.
Patrick Surtain the second.
Okay, he's really fucking good. Good corner, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Offensive rookie of the year. I didn't
Jaden
put that
Daniels.
down on there, but it's Jaden Daniels at negative at minus 1,000.
Yeah.
And then you got Brock Bowers at plus 3,000. Bo Nix at plus 5,000.
Which is crazy because I remember early in the season they were calling that boy Mo Picks.
Could you think of who might be NFL comeback player of the year
Hamlin,
this year?
the dude that died on the field and is still
Ooh.
playing.
That's a great one, and it is on here but he's got plus 10,000.
Wow.
So I don't know how betting works. I think that's like if you bet 100, you could get 10,000.
I think something like that.
Something like that. But Joe Burrow at minus 4,000 is NFL comeback player of the year.
What'd he come back from?
Highest odds. Being irrelevant.
Okay. Which sucks. But hey, that whole lose your first Super Bowl rule I got going on.
Coach of the year odds.
Coach, I'm saying Motor City, Dan Campbell.
It is highest odds are going to Kevin O'Connell, coach of the Minnesota Vikings, at minus 1,000, and then you got Dan Campbell at plus 575, and then Andy Reid at plus 750.
Oh, get.
And
Oh. Come on now. Stat wise, they did get the wins and
one of the
stuff.
worst years in
Yes.
Andy Reid's tenure.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it. Like, I like Andy Reid. He's great. I'm like, come on, this year? We're not going to give it to Dan. I don't have any players, Campbell, who still made it 2 rounds into the fucking playoffs.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, Kevin O'Donnell made Sam Darnold look like he was a, first round pick or number 1 overall pick or whatever. Okay, that makes sense. You give it to him as well. Him and Dan Campbell, between them, I understand. Reed, that's just a name recognition.
Alrighty, well, we'll find out the conclusion of those awards the Thursday before the Super Bowl. So that'll be next
Next
week.
Thursday.
Yeah, this coming Thursday, we'll find out who those awards are going to be. Let's move on to topic number 3, Omari. It is Royal Rumble weekend. Ooh, I love me some Royal Rumble. I want to talk about it. I want to get into it. Let's get started with the WWE Tag Team Championships. You got a 2 out of 3 falls match. You got DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns. This match should bang. From a tag perspective, if you like that kind of tag, this is This is it. These are the guys right
Yeah,
here.
and 2 out of 3 fall, so it's going to 1-1, and then we get the third. I don't know. I cannot think of off the top of my head a single 2 out of 3 falls that ended 2-0. But
did Brock Lesnar do a 2 out of 3 falls match?
it would have had to have been one of those tier characters just trying to prove a point. But yeah, I'm look. That should be hype. Obviously, we have personal stake in that game as well. Because don't you?
Absolutely. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh my goodness. Tune into our mock draft show where we have a fantasy league where we drafted WWE superstars to earn us points and wins and losses. I currently have DIY, my tag team champions. Omari has Motor City Machine Guns. Omari is only 7 points behind as we stand today after SmackDown.
I've been catching up. I was like 20 points behind at the last break.
He was. It was looking grim.
Yes, sir.
All right. Undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes versus the real WWE champion Kevin Owens.
I know he stole the belt from the man.
Let me ask you. So I am a old fan that lapsed and is recently rejoined in the last
Gotcha.
14 months. A lot of people have referred to this as a ladder war instead of a ladder match. Is that some sort of inside reference that I don't understand?
I'm not inside enough.
WWE people, it's like
I'm not inside enough.
Outside internet world.
I'm not inside enough.
Okay.
But
yeah, so what do you
it
think
might
about
just be
this
because
ladder
it might just be because Kevin Owens is an angry man. And he's just out there to hurt him.
Well, yeah, that's what I was wondering if maybe that's a reference to Kevin Steen.
Yeah, it might
Or
be.
something like that.
Or it might be like War Steen War or something like that instead of Fight Owens Fight. I feel like might have been a thing at a time. So maybe. But yeah.
What do you think? We got both belts hanging above the ring. You think Cody Rhodes takes this?
Yes, I do.
You think they make a new belt? You think they squash these together to redesign the new main title?
I
Or
mean,
you think he just puts aside the Winged Eagle after this match?
with us declaring a new era or at the beginning of this year, it would be a good time to change the belt up.
Yeah.
So I could see that happening.
I mean,
We've had this design for a minute.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And if it involves a eagle at all,
And
very
you can
pro
still have
eagle.
a big ass W.
Uh-huh.
And also the Winged Eagle.
Make
I've
that-
seen a lot
make
of
that-
people
make the
doing,
eagle, like,
AI
do a
generated.
Make the eagle do the W with its fucking wings.
There you go.
Yeah. I got Cody winning. I mean, come on.
I think I got Cody winning, but it's one of those where I'm not gonna be mad.
Unless they want him.
If villain Kevin Owens wins this.
I'm about to say, unless they want him to join Stone Cold in the 3-time Rumble winner club and have him lose this and immediately win the Rumble so he can rematch Kevin at Mania. But I doubt they want Cody versus Kevin at Mania. Nothing against Kevin. I love Kevin Owens. But with everybody else on the roster right now, I don't think WWE is looking at him as the #1 WrestleMania guy.
I doubt that. And we just did like a 6-week slow build to get to this match. I don't think we would then do a 2-month build
To
to
Mania.
the WrestleMania match.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think Cody's winning this, but I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it going anyway. Let's go with the 30 woman Royal Rumble match. Winner of this match declares their title shot for WrestleMania. We have Charlotte Flair declared, Bianca, Naomi, Liv Morgan, Raquel. Check out our mock draft episode where we mock draft all 30 entrants into both the men's and women's Royal Rumbles. It's a really fun episode. Make sure to check that out. Omari, what do you think in here? Who do you think's gonna win? Or who do you think's gonna win? And then give me your ideal scenario of what you would want to happen.
Oh my goodness. Ideal scenario of what I want to happen. I don't think I want either of the horsewomen to win it because we've been there. We've seen it.
No horsewoman. Bailey, Charlotte, Becky out.
Yeah, I like all three, but I want the new talent. We need a new star to go crazy, or someone who hasn't done it in a while.
Yep.
That said, who the fuck did we pick on the fucking...
You made me pick Becky. I tried to pick Bianca.
I made you pick Becky? Because I thought Becky was gonna win. So ideally, I'll say Bianca. But I still think Becky is going to be the winner.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna have. I was up until this week. I've been thinking that they were gonna have Bianca win, because as I explained on that show, I think Bianca versus Rhea is the biggest women's match you could put on at WrestleMania. But first, you got to turn somebody heel.
Yeah.
So
probably easiest to do with Bianca.
I think Jade Cargill returns, immediately throws out Naomi, and then turns to Bianca and says, "And you." And we reveal that Bianca did it.
Mm-hmm.
She did it for The Rock.
I would love that.
And then through tussling, Bianca gets Jade out and finishes the match.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can do Bianca Jade at Elimination Chamber potentially, and take care of that, and also delay the build.
Yeah, and then she comes out after that to be like, by the way, I don't like Rhea Ripley.
But yeah, I guess that would be maybe where I would go with that. That's kind of a mix.
Now that I've disposed of Jade, I'm on my own.
So that's probably what I want. Although there's a lot of things I want. I don't know, Omari. Like, I want Io Sky to win.
Oh, yeah.
I want Jordan Grace to win.
I don't know about Jordan. I can agree with Io.
I want Roxanne Perez to win. Like, I would love one day. Like, I think I saw somebody talking about it, that really the closest we've gotten is a Sheamus. Just kind of showing up, and he was within like 2 years. The Royal Rumble, you got
a Sheamus, you got a Del Rio.
The one that you guessed.
Del Rio was 1 year.
Alberto Del Rio won the Royal Rumble?
Oh, yes.
God.
Dude, the final two of that Rumble, it was him. Well, we're not going to do that one later. It was him and Santino. People like Santino was having a big moment with the Cobra. It was just like the crying before that's because he was about to win the Rumble when he did it. So that's why he's like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Please go. Only to get eliminated.
I've seen memes about like you're given one moment to go back in time and change an event in history. It's like something Santino winning the Royal Rumble. All right, so yeah, I think those are all the things that I want to happen. What will happen? Charlotte Flair is going to come out at 30 and win the Royal Rumble.
Fair. So we both have like ideal non-horsewomen that we want to win, but we both agree it's going to be a horsewoman, and it's probably Becky or Charlotte.
More than likely. I mean, Charlotte's new gimmick that she's coming back with is literally, I do backstage politics and win all the belts.
Oh.
Her her video package last night was literally, I see what you talk about me on the internet, that I'm demanding that I control the backstage politics, that I just take all the belts, and you're right, and I'm going to do it again, kind of thing.
Charlotte is another person who's better as a fucking heel because she's a goddamn Flair.
Yeah. All right, Amari. Maybe the most stacked, the most star-studded Royal Rumble of all time. The men's Royal Rumble tonight. I could start listing off names, but I'd list off almost 26 names that you'd care about that I'd want to talk about. Go check out our mock draft episode again, where we attempt to draft all 30 names for the men's Rumble. But the potential matches that I would be perfectly fine getting set up for the main event for the main event of WrestleMania.
To co-main event WrestleMania.
For a title shot at Mania. It might be in the dozen.
Yeah, there's a lot. That's why I'm over here doing the thinker.
You could figure out the Cody story right now, or you could figure out Gunther's title situation now. And the Gunther title situation means maybe you give the Royal Rumble win to somebody you're not necessarily expecting it for, like a Jey Uso, like a Drew McIntyre, like a Sami Zayn, a Damian Priest. All of those people could get a Royal Rumble win if they challenge Gunther.
Yeah.
For the title, because somebody's got to fight Gunther, and it's probably not going to be Roman Reigns, CM Punk, John Cena.
Oh my God, Cena's here too. He's not winning, but Cena's here too.
I mean, Rey Mysterio is in this match, and he is a Royal Rumble winner, and nobody is even beginning to consider him.
Actually. Okay. Yeah, I'm not considering Rey.
You did for a second. You almost did.
No, the actually was something else, and then I realized I said it right after you said the Rey Mysterio thing, and I'm like, let me make sure that's not what I'm thinking about. Okay, I think I have an idea who I win.
Rollins, Logan Paul.
You want to talk rage?
It could happen.
No.
What do you think?
Okay.
Same question. Heart, mind. Give it
Heart,
to me.
mind. Heart, I think I want it to be Damian Priest, in all honesty.
Really?
Here's
Is that
why.
just for fantasy points.
Well, because I went with something different in the other thing. I love me some, like, because at first I was going to say Drew, but he just won it recently. Seth, I think, has won it as well. It's just for something different. Someone who hasn't done it to do it. So I'm always going to, the surprise that I don't think will happen. But something I just thought about, because you've been talking about we need someone for Gunther, and you've been talking about it since last WrestleMania. We need someone to put Gunther in his place. And there's someone who I just said has no chance of winning it, but if they wanted to, and he can make it his project in his last year to like really solidify like that next heel thing, but he's got to cut him down to pieces first. John Cena wins, challenges Gunther, upsets Gunther at Mania for his like last run or some shit. Puts Gunther in his place like, damn, I thought I was that dude, but that dude came back from 10 years ago and showed me I got growing to do.
Okay.
That said, it's probably Cena. Oh, sorry, Punk.
The only thing that I would say to that is, do you think they want John Cena holding up that title for his record-breaking title reign?
I mean,
or do you think they want him holding up the one that's called the WWE title, the one that he's synonymous with? Because he barely even touched the big gold. Like, his belt is the WWE Championship. But
fair enough.
That could be an argument for it.
And they wouldn't put him against Cody, so yeah, it's probably just gonna be CM Punk. It's CM Punk's time. That's the other obvious one.
Stopping me because Vegas says that it's John Cena or CM Punk. And the only thing stopping me from John Cena
Is the goal is you bring up a good point.
that will that and it's the whole story. The whole story for the whole year that he's supposed to be wrestling is getting back into contention,
Yeah.
and then winning that championship.
Well,
To
initially,
do that in the first match, like it's the Royal Rumble is going to be his first match back, and then he immediately gets the heavyweight title
well,
shot.
initially, that's why I was like, Cena's not winning. For the whole reason you just said, but the scenario popped in my head. But it's a far-fetched one, so yeah, Punk.
Yeah, I think the industry guess would probably be Punk, but it's anywhere. It is anywhere. I would say I want to give my top 3 as far as my heart goes. Um, uh, um, Number 1, number 2, Sami Zayn.
Sammy. Okay.
We have back-to-back years, back-to-back WrestleManias. Sami Zayn dethrones Gunther Intercontinental title. Sami Zayn dethrones Gunther World Championship.
Oh, I like it.
But I of those stories, I would much rather see Jey Uso, because it's basically the same story, other than Sami Zayn's been here before with Gunther.
It's just now it's in the main event, so you get main event Jey Uso.
Right. Number 3, Hart. And it's now, it would have been, I would have put it in my, this could very easily happen until the Raw Netflix premiere. And now it's just been shifted to Hart. We have a Final 4 of a Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk. Whatever happens, Roman Reigns throws out CM Punk, last one standing in the ring, raises his ones in victory, and the moment his song should play, we get a 10, 9, 8. And then if you smell what The Rock is cooking, walks out with one of those little tags that says 31 on it. Walks into the ring. We get our Rock Roman singles match that The Rock wants so badly, essentially, in the Royal Rumble. You can have a little 15-minute match because 8 minutes of that is just going to be staring at each other. And then Rock throws Roman out of the ring and wins the Royal Rumble and challenges Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania.
You know what?
That is what I would love to see happen.
As would I. The 31. Oh man, that's great.
Ask me this question a month ago, and I would have been like, this is what's gonna happen.
I feel like
This is what's gonna happen. This is what they've been building to all year.
That I feel like what you said, the Raw Netflix, the rumored they don't care about that storyline anymore is the only reason why I didn't just go Rock. Because like you said, weeks ago, yeah, it's Rock Cody. Like, what are we talking about?
It satisfies everything. You immediately get all kinds of little clips and shit that basically says that Rock and Roman had a match, even though it's like the end of the Royal Rumble. And you get that satiated, and then you get the Cody match that all the fans want because of what you did last year.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it would be perfect. But then The Rock showed up on Netflix and took a big steamy dump all over it. But I guess it could still happen because he could be like, because I'm the final boss and I'm
This is all part of the plan. He wants us to drop our guard.
You see, I sat down and
or better yet, it's no. Cody wouldn't be in the Rumble because he has the belt. Never mind. Do the same thing, but to Cody. But then I'm like, wait, no, Cody wouldn't be in the Rumble. He has the belt.
Unless Kevin Owens.
Unless he does a Brock Lesnar, I think one year, I fucking entered the Rumble to defend his title or some shit. But just cause reasons.
All right, Omari, I'm excited about it. That's gonna be popping off. I think 6 o'clock Eastern time.
Damn.
today.
Damn, that's early. All right, 6 o'clock
We got
Eastern.
2 Rumbles that are going to be an hour 15.
Well, also is the 6 o'clock the pre-show?
I don't know.
That might be the case.
That's probably an hour pre-show.
Yeah. Not to say, damn.
All right. Well, we'll update you. We'll be talking about it again next week. So, guys, again, this is a secret wrestling channel here. You can find a lot of wrestling stuff over on Mondays. We got Mock Draft, where we draft wrestling stuff back and forth. We'll have a new episode out probably this Monday talking about our redraft after the Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah.
Find out what our points are and who's in the lead now after the Rumble. We also got This Guy Hasn't Seen, where we cover media and we share things back and forth. Man, can you hear that in my voice?
Yeah, it's a little bit of raspiness.
Yeah.
You all right? Yeah, we got the media show. This guy.
Dry.
Yeah, got the media show. This guy hasn't seen. 2 guys talking about, various things. One guy's seen it. Other guy hasn't. Trading things back and forth, like you said, media exchange. We also, on Wednesdays, whenever it happens, we have the Whatever We Want podcast. Me and a good friend of mine, good friend of the show, Super Jazz. We do.
Super Jazz.
Thank you very much. As nature intended, we talk about just that, whatever we want. I also
Whatever you want.
Yeah, whenever it happens. There's yes, I also have a Twitter and Twitch. You hear a lot of things. It should, but we'll see. And that's not saying anything. Oh, there's enough blame to be passed around for everybody for why it's not going to happen.
It's a spoiler.
Shit. Then we got. Yeah, then I also have a Twitter and Twitch and Giotavi. That's GIOTAVI. Come on in, stop on by. Stream it Earn Day 240. You know what that means. But yeah, Bill is covering his camera. He's got nothing else to say, so I will talk to y'all next week. Have a good one. Adiosness. Let's have Dominic Mysterio.